doing this meditation for you guys, I was really thinking, what is the best way that I can communicate the benefits of meditation to a mixed group that I don't really know well, especially when meditation is seen as this kind of like mystical thing that kind of health nuts or new age people do, whereas, you know, I really see it as something, a very practical tool that can be used just like any other tool. You know, this is my attempt to show that meditation is something anyone can do. It's really practical and it has really great benefits. So you can follow along with me. What is meditation? At the very simplest, I think you can just say it's an exercise for the mind. It's a way to bring attention and help filter out noise that you have that's, you know, that clatter, especially people that are multitasking like most of us, you know, have to do in our day-to-day lives. It's really easy to get distracted. So meditation or a mind attention exercise is a great way to calm the mind and help you tackle life's challenges. So why meditate? So there are a few benefits that can be measured and have been measured and studied in laboratories. So these include, the most obvious is you're increasing oxygen capacity because you're focusing on your breath. Any meditation you do, it usually will start with breath work as a focus. You're going to be starting with, you know, deepening your breath, increasing your lung capacity. Other benefits, it lowers blood pressure, it lowers the cocktail of fight or flight stress hormones that a lot of us get when we're in stressful situations. You decrease sensitivity to pain and inflammation. There have been studies that show that people with arthritis, for instance, or people that have chronic and acute pain use meditation, and you know they've been able to measure the response going lower after a sustained meditation with just as little as 10 minutes a day. So I really want to communicate that anyone can meditate, even if you feel like meditation isn't for you. It's something really easy to do. There's no such thing as doing it right, no matter what, you know, any guru will tell you. There are lots of ways to meditate. But, you know, this is not any specific tradition. It's just, this is a tool I can use to improve my state of being, my health, my well-being, and help me take action and get things done. So 4 steps to hone your mind muscle, aka how to meditate. So the first one is pick anywhere comfortable, preferably quiet. If you have a child in the room, you know, you have a child in the room, but you do your best with your current situation. So you can do meditation anywhere. You can do it at your desk, in your car, even in the bathroom. If you need to lock yourself in the stall at work because you need a moment to collect yourself, do it. So anywhere that you can escape to that's quiet. Next, posture. So this is where, you know, you don't need to meditate on a cushion. You certainly can if that's comfortable for you. But just want to get comfortable. You can lay down if you want to, sit upright in a chair, cross-legged on the floor. But we're going to do a meditation in a moment, so I just ask that, you know, you get comfortable so you're not distracting yourself, but you're not distracting the people around you with fidgeting. With that being said, you know, it's very common when people meditate to thoughts come in your mind, or you get that itch because you're supposed to be sitting still, you know, so you're like, if your nose itches, scratch your nose and move on. You know, it's not like I must control and not move. That's not it. It's not about perfection. Another thing with posture, close your eyes or lower your gaze so that you don't get distracted by outside stimulus. And so if other people around you are a little shy, you know, if everyone's doing the same thing, it's not, you know, not everyone wants to close their eyes. So just lower your gaze. We're all at the table. We can look down, look at your paper if that works for you. But just lower your gaze or close your eyes, what you feel comfortable with. Okay, number 3, breath. So I say this is the most important, and this actually, number 3, reminds me, let me slow down. So this is a reminder, when you breathe, it's a great way to slow down. So why don't we all take a deep breath in and out. Breath is also tied to number 4, which we'll get to in a second. That's focus. So you want to breathe slowly and breathe deeply when you're meditating. If your mind is especially scattered and busy, you can count in with each inhalation and count out with each exhalation. For example, a very common way to do counting is to do 4 slow deep breaths in and 6 deep breaths out. And there are lots of variations on the counting. I don't want you to be distracted by the counting, but people actually usually find it pretty easy. It's easier to focus, to stay in the meditation if you do count. And if your mind does wander, a great way to bring it back is to focus on the breath and go back to the counting of the breaths. Focus point. So you want to pick a focus point. This is your anchor. It'll help keep you in the meditation and bring your mind back once you start wondering. And most people's minds are going to wander. The very first time I meditated, the first meditation I did was a 5-minute meditation, and we're going to do about 5 minutes, but my mind probably wandered about 30 times.
Yeah.
You know, I have ADD, you know, it's something I joke about, but, you know, a lot of people have issues with attention, and so this is something that I found is really helpful in focusing me when my mind wants to go a million different places. In this case, I thought it would be great to talk about using words or phrases as a focus point in addition to breath. So, for example, if you want to achieve, say, getting legal in your business. So what maybe for you, Lisa, what you want to do is pick an anchor or pick a phrase or something. You know, maybe you have a really long list of things that you want to accomplish and you're not sure where to start on that list. Maybe just pick one thing and say, you know, it's going to be, today I become legal. Today I do what it takes to move my business to the next step. So, you know, you don't want to necessarily be so focused on the words, but I find it really helpful when you're meditating to pick something. If you're trying to achieve a specific goal, it's great to focus on something that will motivate you towards that goal, towards taking action. A few final thoughts before we actually get into the meditation. So a lot of people associate meditation with, you know, they need to live an ascetic life. You can go to the mountains and meditate and give up all your luxuries. It's not what it's about. You know, you don't even have to call it meditation if you want. It's just a breath break if you want to. Yes. So meditation may not be for everyone, but I think it's something anyone can do and everyone can